Hi everybody, welcome. In today's quick tips, you may recall that we did a Royal Poinciana video a few years back, but we're not going to be talking about her. We're actually going to be talking about the Golden Poinciana with her big yellow flowers. We'll cover her characteristics and plant care. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow. The Golden Poinciana goes by the botanical name Delonix regia golden, also known as the yellow or the Flavida. It's in flux, but the growers will commonly sell them as the golden, the Flavida, or the yellow. While we're talking about the botanical name, I want you guys to focus in on the Delonix part here. The fiery cousin that we all love, and I've done the video that I mentioned in the intro, the Royal Poinciana goes by the botanical name Delonix regia, but this is the golden variety. And that is not to be mixed with the yellow Poinciana. So let me show you a video of that tree. It goes by a totally different botanical name, Peltophorum pterocarpum, and her common name is the yellow Poinciana or copper pod. But the yellow Poinciana is a totally different genus and species. So here's a pro tip for you. Make sure you confirm with the seller the exact tree you're getting. You want to make sure you get the Golden Poinciana, which is a Delonix. The Golden Poinciana is a pretty fast grower. She'll get to about 40 feet tall by 45 feet wide. Not as tall, I have found, as the Royal Poinciana, but still gets quite big. So you're going to need to have room for its wide canopy. So you want to make sure you set her back about 15 feet from any roof line or structure, because she's going to cascade over time and form these very wide canopies. She prefers full sun and grows in zones 9B protected all the way down to 11. The Golden Poinciana adapts different types of soils, but she prefers a well-drained to slightly sandy. Once you've installed your tree, we recommend a 3-month aftercare watering schedule. So you want to water 3 times a week for the first month. Then in the second month, you want to water about 2 times a week. And in the third month, 1 time a week. These trees are very drought tolerant, but they need this aftercare watering, we have found, to get established. And then you don't necessarily need to water them. Their roots are going to get out there and pull in the water that they need. For uses in the garden, I recommend using her as a big focal or a giant shade tree in the back part of your yard. These trees, when they're fully grown, can provide a tremendous amount of shade, and the cascading of the leaves and flowers is so pretty. Just makes a great centerpiece for your garden. And here's another pro tip for you. You always want to properly stake your trees, especially large trees, and you want to use the right type and quantity of staking per the size of your tree. A smaller tree may only need 3 stakes, like the lodge poles here for the mahoganies, but on a Royal Poinciana or Golden Poinciana, you may want to use larger stakes and maybe even do 4 stakes, depending on the size of the pot you bought your plant in. Say a 75-gallon tree or a 100-gallon, you're going to want it probably 4 stakes, because you don't want these trees to tip over in a strong wind. The leaves of the Golden Poinciana are very similar to the Royal Poinciana. They're fern-like and they're super soft, y'all. Feathery feeling, just very graceful looking. And in the wind, they just sort of flop and dance. So cool. A single leaf can get quite large, ranging from 1 to 2 feet in length, and they're arranged in this bipinnately compound fashion, which gives it this fern-like appearance. Now, an interesting thing about this tree and also the Royal Poinciana is that when it goes into fall and we get into our drier season, this tree will become semi-deciduous, meaning some of the leaves will fall, but if we have more of a wet winter, they're going to hold on to the leaves and be more full throughout the season. So it's just something that naturally occurs, that in the fall and in the winter, these trees will tend to drop off some of those fern-like leaves. But then in the spring, they just bounce back and flush out like crazy. Here I'm showing the large buds of the Golden Poinciana. They'll form in these massive clusters. And the flowers, oh my word, the flowers. They're very large and they have this beautiful tangerine yellow color to them. To me, it's a very unique yellow. We have a lot of yellow flowering trees like the yellow tab, the yellow poinciana, the vera wood, and many others. And those yellows don't tend to have any of this soft orange creamsicle mix with them. So this is a very unique yellow, and it's very striking in the landscape. She will flower mostly in the summertime. Her flowers have a similar look to the red flamboyant or the Delonix regia. Very, very similar in that regard. Very large flowers, and they'll have these very tight clusters. And when the golden and the royal are in full bloom, they will just cover the whole tree. It's so cool to see. You cannot miss them when they're in their full bloom. It's just shockingly powerful. On fertilizer, you could use a 394 granular with micros. We like Dr. Earth. Ideally to add the fertilizer in March and May, right when she's starting to put out the energy to start flowering and developing the buds. But you do want to make sure you check with your city on any restrictions on when you can fertilize. You want to make sure you don't fertilize near a water body because you don't want that runoff to go in there and cause an algae bloom. With pests, the Golden Poinciana doesn't have very many, but you do need to keep a watch out for the caterpillars, the loopers, but they only tend to cause an issue for trees that are weak. So if your tree is well cared for, you may have a small infestation here and there, and the tree will usually bounce back. It won't be a big deal. But if you have a big infestation, you may want to use some biological controls, a BT or some neem oil, but typically these are very resilient trees. They really don't need a lot of TLC when it comes to pests. And one last thing on tree care is that as your tree grows, you may want to make sure you shape the branches so that there's no cross branching, because that can lead to weak areas in the tree and they can break off in a storm. So you want to just periodically look at your tree and trim out any of those branches that tend to cross over each other. So to summarize this quick tip in one word, wow. If you can get your hands on a Golden Poinciana and you have the room in your yard, she will surely delight you. So with that, we want to thank you again for joining us. And please consider subscribing to our channel. We're always working to get out videos as quickly as we can, but we want to spend the time to give you the quality of the video you deserve, whether it be on outdoor gardening or on houseplants or on landscape architectural design. So big thumbs up to you for stopping by. And until we meet again, bye-bye. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And tell your friends and family. We post videos weekly. Thanks.